A generational superstar who fully embraces the role of the indisputable apex predator differs greatly from a player who occasionally uses foul language. Black Small Square, the WNBA establishment has been frantically searching for, punishing, and controlling Caitlyn Clark for years. Black Small Square, they actually thought that by giving her technical evaluations, upgrading her screens to flagrant fouls, and fostering a hostile media atmosphere, she would be forced to humble herself, apologize, and quietly submit to the veterans. Black Small Square, however, Caitlyn Clark looked straight into the cameras during the post-game news conference after her utter devastation of the Golden State Valkyries and sent a horrifying, indisputable message to the rest of the league. She is not expressing regret. She will cheerfully write the check and is not going to back down. Welcome back. This is stated simply. And in order to dismantle the most rebellious, unrepentant media availability of Caitlyn Clark's professional career, we are tearing the doors off the hinges today. We are skillfully fusing the icy, harsh press conference receipts that demonstrate she has completely defeated the WNBA elite with the explosive, dramatic reality of her on-court psychological warfare. You must drastically reevaluate your reality if you believed that the conflict between Tiffany Hayes and the Valkyries would cause Clark to withdraw into her shell. We'll analyze Clark's response to the trash talk narrative, show how she dismantled the media's fabricated defensive statistics, and reveal head coach Stephanie White's horrifying admission that this coaching staff is still operating entirely in the dark. Let's establish the scenario and thoroughly analyze the outstanding work of defiance and poise that Clark recently presented to the general public.
Oh, no way. Oh, it just makes sense for the refs tonight, so I'm not surprised. Wow. Wow, I could have got ejected. I should have been a little safer in the second half. Okay, well, guess I have some fines coming my way. And a flagrant. Wow. Well, the refs were interesting, but I'm not going to say anything else because obviously I got probably $1,000 worth of fines coming my way, but I was just trying to get the rebound and I didn't know I got a technical foul, but thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it.
At the start of the news conference, a reporter questioned Clark about the extremely chippy and violent altercation that ended in a technical foul with Janelle Salon, and Clark's answer was a perfect example of superstar haughtiness. Black Small Square, she honestly had no idea that she had been fined by the league. "Oh, did I get a technical?" she asked, looking at the reporter with real astonishment. "Oh no." "Well, it just makes sense for the refs tonight, so I'm not surprised," she said with a chuckle, as she swiftly followed it up with the last dismissal of the WNBA officiating team. Black Small Square, she didn't make a prepared diplomatic public relations apology. She didn't apologize. She nonchalantly mentioned that she would likely face fines of up to $1,000, fully understanding that the league office would pursue her wallet. You have officially lost the psychological war when a 24-year-old franchise point guard actively mocks your disciplinary procedure and dismisses blatant infractions during the post-game news conference. She doesn't care about the fines at all. She doesn't care about the technical details at all. She operates in a very separate cultural and economic realm. Black Small Square, additionally, Clark fully supported the aggressive energy when questioned about the furious, trash-talking times. The precise moments when she dropped a 35-foot logo three on Tiffany Hayes and encouraged her to step up.
Yeah, I think that's just being a competitor. And, like, that's what's fun. That's what I love about it. And, like, I think that's what gets the crowd into it, too, and gets my teammates hyped up. And I think there's times I can probably find a little bit better of a balance because, like, doing all that is a little bit exhausting, too. But, like, I just love the game. I love being out there, and I love those moments and getting the crowd hype. And
Rather of fleeing the villain storyline, she fully accepted it. "I think that's just being a competitor, and, like, that's what's fun," Clark said clearly. "I adore it because of that." She brought up the indisputable truth that the WNBA elite is unwilling to acknowledge. Both her squad and the enormous crowds are greatly engaged by this violent, high-octane feeling. Although she admitted that it is draining, she made it very evident that she cherishes those times. She is deliberately taking advantage of the animosity. Caitlyn Clark is aware that the paying customer wants pure, unadulterated competitive warfare, while the establishment wants a calm, courteous basketball league. However, Clark addressed more than just the sentimental storylines during this press conference. She used it to thoroughly undermine the falsified stats about her defensive prowess presented by the mainstream media.
yeah, I mean, I think Steph's really challenged me on the defensive end. And, you know, I think there's probably definitely a narrative of me not being a great defender, but I can guard. Like, I'm long, I know angles, and I can get my hands out. I can be.
The myth that Clark is a liability on the defensive end of the floor has been promoted by experts and seasoned players for more than a year. The Valkyries made a concerted effort to target her throughout the game, attacking her one-on-one with isolation plays at the top of the key. Clark turned to face the pool of reporters and completely stopped the story. "There's probably a narrative that I'm not a great defender, but I can guard because I'm long, I know angles, and I can get my hands out," she said. Then about her usage rate, she delivered a huge, indisputable truth bomb. She accurately noted that because she must bring the ball up 94 feet against full court pressure on every offensive play, teams isolate her on defense largely to wear her out. Despite her exhaustion, she took a stance, watched over her yard, and made the Valkyries' guards engage in fiercely contested, extremely difficult twos. The mismatch they believed they had was totally eliminated by her. Additionally, Aaliyah Boston was busy destroying the Valkyries in the paint, while Clark was securing the perimeter.
Good position, getting down low, trying to roll out hard, and then guards taking great expected shots, and I was just right there to rebound. Thank you.
Boston grabbed an incredible 16 rebounds. Black small square Boston gave praise to her location and her guards' accurate shoots during the news conference. However, there is no denying that Boston and Clark's connection is reaching a dangerous championship-level high. The Indiana Fever offense is mathematically impossible when Boston is lawfully bullying power forwards under the hoop and Clark is leading a double team at 30 feet. Black small square, nevertheless, we cannot overlook the blatant failure that was also revealed on the same microphone. The coaching staff is totally sleeping at the wheel while the players are performing at an exceptional level.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I didn't know that she got a technical either. So, I guess they announced it, but nobody told us. So, I thought the officials would have told us, but.
Group to close the third quarter.
A reporter asked head coach Stephanie White a question later in the press conference, pointing out that Clark was unaware that she had been called for a technical penalty at halftime. Additionally, Stephanie White made an admission that ought to be entirely technical. "I assumed the officials would have informed us, but nobody did. Allow the statement's pure, unadulterated incompetence to overwhelm you." The head coach of the Indiana Fever, flanked by a bench full of highly compensated assistant coaches whose sole responsibility is to keep an eye on the game, was unaware that her franchise player was just one technical foul away from being automatically ejected. Black small square in a close, extremely volatile game, she was totally unaware that her point guard got a flagrant and a technical. That is not merely a small mistake. That is a total, unabated breakdown of systemic communication. It would have been coaching malpractice if Clark had been sent off in the fourth quarter due to White's failure to shield her. Black small square, the players are winning games despite, not because of, the sideline. Officially, the WNBA veteran has no more options. In response to their attempts to physically intimidate Caitlyn Clark, she dropped 30 feet and laughed at their fines. She locked them down as they attempted to isolate her on defense. The rest of the league has no answers now that the demon is officially awake. This is stated simply. If you want the completely fearless, high-octane analysis that dispels the establishment's false narratives and reveals the real facts concealed in these press briefings, hit the subscribe button right now. In the comments section below, share your most explosive, unvarnished opinion. Is Caitlyn Clark the WNBA's most formidable opponent? How awful is it that Stephanie White was unaware that her star had committed a technical foul? I want all sincere basketball opinions to be posted in that comment section. Press the notification bell because we are recording every piece of the debris. The fever is rising and the fines are mounting. We'll see you in the upcoming video. Stay locked with my channel, Simply Explained, for more.